Some of the most important moments in United States history almost never happened at all. A failed mission, a wrong decision, or even a few seconds could have completely changed the future of America.
Pre-Cuban Missile Crisis, there were Cold War tensions, and Cuba was communist under Fidel Castro.
October 1962. The United States has discovered Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba, just 90 miles from Florida.
If these missiles launch here, millions of Americans could die.
If negotiations had failed during the Cuban Missile Crisis, the world could have entered a nuclear war between two global superpowers.
The Cuban Missile Crisis showed how dangerous nuclear weapons had become during the Cold War and led to better communication between world powers.
During World War II, Nazi Germany controlled much of Europe, so the Allies wanted to push back.
On June 6, 1944, Allied troops launched the largest amphibious invasion in history to free Europe from Nazi control. If we fail today, Europe may remain under Nazi control.
Bad weather, heavy German defenses, and massive casualties almost caused this invasion to fail.
The success of D-Day helped begin the liberation of Western Europe and helped start to defeat Nazi Germany. Pre-9/11, there was opposition to American influence in the Middle East.
On September 11, 2001, 4 planes were hijacked on a coordinated terrorist attack against the United States of America.
The attacks changed U.S. foreign policy, increased national security, and led to the War on Terror.
Before Gettysburg, the Civil War had already been happening for 2 years, and the Confederacy had won several important battles.
In July 1763, Union and Confederate forces met in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, for one of the most important battles of the Civil War.
Gettysburg was a turning point in the Civil War because the Union barely avoided losing and stopped the Confederacy from advancing farther north. The Union victory at the Battle of Gettysburg became a major turning point in the Civil War and helped preserve the United States as one nation.
Pre-Louisiana Purchase, France controlled the Louisiana Territory, and President Thomas Jefferson wanted to gain access to the important port of New Orleans for trade.
In 1803, the United States purchased the Louisiana Territory from France for $15 million, nearly doubling the size of the United States.
Do you really want to sell all this land?
Yes, France needs the money for war.
See, at first, I wasn't going to sell this land, but since France got into wars, we really need the money from it.
Well, I don't think the Constitution would allow me to do that.
To do what?
To get all this land, to buy all this land.
The Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the U.S. and allowed for westward expansion. This way.
Before Midway, Japan had been winning battles in the Pacific after Pearl Harbor. the United States needed a major victory.
In June 1942, the United States and Japan fought in the Battle of Midway, a major turning point in World War II.
American codebreakers intercepted Japanese messages and discovered that AF was Midway Island, giving the United States time to prepare for the attack.
Because the U.S. had cracked Japan's code, American forces were ready when the attack on Midway began.
The U.S. almost lost the war because Japan planned a surprise attack at the U.S. and had a stronger navy at the beginning of the war.
The American victory at Midway shifted momentum in the Pacific towards the Allies and helped lead to victory in World War II.
Before Washington became president, the new United States was struggling to create a stable government. Many Americans believed Washington was needed to unite the country.
After the United States' Constitution was ratified, the United States needed a new president. George Washington almost refused the presidency because he wanted to retire from public life after the Revolutionary War.
I accept.
Washington's leadership helped establish trust in the new federal government and set important precedents for future presidents.
Before the Manhattan Project, the U.S. feared Germany would build an atomic bomb first during World War II. The project was created to secretly develop nuclear weapons. During World War II, the U.S. secretly worked to create the first atomic bomb.
If Germany built it first, the war could change forever. The Manhattan Project helped end World War II and lead the world towards nuclear war.
Before the assassination, tensions between European countries were growing because of alliances, nationalism, and militarism. Europe was already unstable and close to conflict.
In 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand visited Bosnia during a time of growing tensions in Europe.
The first assassination attempt failed. After a wrong turn, the driver accidentally stopped near the assassin. The assassination triggered World War I and eventually pulled the U.S. into global conflict.
During the Cold War, the U.S. and Soviet Union competed in the space race. The U.S. aimed to prove technological superiority by landing humans on the moon first.
In 1969, the U.S. attempted to land humans on the moon during the space race with the Soviet Union. We're cleared for launch.
3, 2, That's one small step for man. The moon landing showed American technological power and was a major victory during the Cold War. History is shaped by moments that could have gone differently. From war and crisis to exploration and leadership, these events changed the United States forever.